All right, hello. Welcome to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. Already Tuesday. That doesn't really make sense, does it? But I say it all the time. So there you go. It's kind of nice out there. I think we're going to get some thunder showers, but still warm. That's good. Dog days of summer. I'm going to get in and out really quickly here because I have two guests today, back-to-back, two guests, and they're going to be separate, so I want to make sure I give enough time to both of them. The head coach of Newburyport football, Ben Smolski, in the house. Just saw him walk in, actually, so he's already here. That's very good news. We're right on schedule. Those football coaches, very prompt. I like that. And later in the show, we're going to have Cody Morissette. He is a former BC Eagle. He's playing in the Cape Cod League right now, baseball. Went to school in New Hampshire. He's the nephew of Kyle Hudson, Newburyport athletic director. So that's our little Newburyport connection there. Hope you're all having a good day. I don't know, a lot going on in the news. Red Sox season kind of took a real thud here in recent days, and that's not good. And I don't know. That was depressing last night to watch that. Maybe a little bit of housekeeping. I am going away next week, so we're going to have some fill-ins, I believe, is going to be the play. We'll see I'll give you more on that Thursday when we have more time to talk about this a little bit. And don't forget, all our shows can be found on the ncmhub.org website, ncmhub.org. Go to the top right, you get the SoundCloud and the YouTube icon. Watch it, listen to it, do whatever you got to do on the podcast side. It's the SoundCloud is more like the podcast, or you can watch the video, all that good stuff. But let me get out of the way. Ben Smolski's in the house, Newburyport football coach, almost football season. Can you believe it? Keep it here. We'll be right back with him. I'm Drew Moholland. It's Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. My first guest today, Ben Smolski, the head football coach at Newburyport High School, head man at the Clippers. How are you, Coach? Good to see you.
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Oh, sorry. I got to turn your mic on. That's important, isn't it? How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. How's the summer been, first of all?
The summer's been great. A lot of time with the family. Got a 4 and a 2-year-old, so I'm with them most of the time.
That'll keep you busy.
Yep, little landscaping with my friend Pat, who works at the fire department.
Nice.
On the side, and North Conway vacation was great.
Sweet.
A lot of hiking and swimming.
Can you believe it's already here? Goes by quick, doesn't it?
It always goes by quick. Definitely.
First game is Friday, September 6th. Triton in the house. Or actually, you guys are on the road, right?
We're on the road, yeah.
Not that it's a huge trip. But
no, not at all.
I had a few of your boys in here last week. By the way, very polite and well-spoken kids. You must be proud about that. I don't know if you caught any of the show, but they were very good.
Yeah, definitely. Jason and John.
Yeah, very nice. But those guys seem pretty pumped up to start with Triton. How do you feel as a head football coach here, starting with a big rival like that?
That's something we always discussed as a staff the last few years. Actually, even with Coach Gaudiano having Triton being the opener, because it's such a big rivalry game. Yeah. It's almost like Thanksgiving football in September.
Yeah,
because that's the kids definitely look forward to that game.
Yeah, how much do you know about Triton? Because they've I remember a few years ago, they had that crazy up and down offense. They're throwing the ball all over the place, and then they kind of threw a little different look at you last year, I think, if I remember correctly. I mean, is it kind of a guessing game, or do you guys actually have a way to scout these guys?
We'll get film on them after the two scrimmages before, so we'll get an idea. But I know Coach McCarthy always has something up his sleeve. So
that's right. You guys, as far as the coaching fraternity goes in the Cape Ann League, is it a close group of coaches right now, or?
Yeah, I'd say we're close. I mean, we have meetings. Coach McCarthy. I actually coached freshman football with him when I started coaching my coaching career at Newburyport.
Oh, yeah.
Way back, like 21, 22, 23 when I was younger. So
he's a good guy.
Very good guy.
Yeah. So is he the closest one that you know out of the group, or?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Who else we got in the league right now? We get. Is Hayden still there at Pentucket?
Yeah, he is.
Is he doing another year?
I love Coach Hayden. He coached against one of my coaches who graduated in the 80s. He coached against me, and it's awesome coaching against him.
Is it weird coaching against the guy that used to play against?
I've gotten used to it over I definitely got used to it over the years, after being in it 16 plus years now. But I definitely respect him so much. He's a great guy.
What's the toughest part about this time of year? Is it getting the kids out of summer vacation mode and into football business mode, or?
I'd say more than anything, just getting organized. So when the kids come Thursday night for pickup, we've been kind of getting everything organized with some of the other coaches and just making sure they're getting their last workouts in so they're physically prepared to play the game.
How easy is it to tell who's put in the off-season work?
Yeah, you can definitely tell when they come out and play who's in shape in camp running around.
Yeah.
And we're in the weight room, so we see the kids who are there and the kids that are putting the time in.
Do you remember those days of? Because I remember I never actually played football. I was playing other sports. So, this time of year, I guess it would have been tennis with us. Or actually, no, it was golf for me.
Yeah.
So we used to have it easy. We would always say we get to get up and play around at golf for tryouts, and these guys are doing double sessions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit of a different lifestyle. Do you remember your playing days? Did you used to love it, or was it kind of you dread the first couple weeks?
I loved it. Always look forward to it. I mean, doing the conditioning, it's not always fun, but I think the thing you get out of it, you get to work with your brothers, your teammates, and you get really grow together by going through camp like that.
What year is this for you?
This is my third year as a head coach. It's my fifth year at Newburyport.
Okay, so my third year as the head man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, that happens quickly. I feel like it was yesterday that you just got bumped up to that top role, but
definitely
crazy. I know your guys, but it seems like everybody loves playing for you. Who comes in here? I wonder, is it important for you to have that kind of family vibe in the locker room, kind of that the close knit? Everybody's anybody can talk to each other. You got any issues, say it to the guy next to you. Is it important to have that in your place?
Yeah, definitely. We always preach we are a family. They refer to each other as brothers.
Yeah.
And with some good leadership the last couple of years, we really the culture of the team has its family, and that's definitely what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's not like college football where it's like you have a recruiting class. I mean, these are kids that you get, and that you got to try to make them into what you want them to be. Yeah. But do you kind of feel like when you start talking year 3, year 4, these are kind of your next couple of years. These are the ones that maybe hopefully my imprint is really on this team now and where we want to be, and maybe more than the past couple of years. But the years 3 and 4, this is where you really want to start making a move. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, like I said, the guys before, Owen Bradbury, Miles Maloof, Jake Lane, Seamus Webster, Robbie Johnson, those are some of our captains. The last 2 years, they've really laid the foundation, and I think that it's something that we can definitely build off with the guys we have here, and just kind of making the program the best that it can be.
How important is that leadership at this level? I always think about that because, high school kids have bad days, right? You really need good leaders in high school.
Yeah, no. Leadership's important. That's something that we work on every day. Something we have to instill it in them. We have to teach it too. It just doesn't come overnight.
Yeah.
There are obviously natural leaders, but there's a lot of pieces to the pie when it comes to leadership.
Again, we're joined here by Ben Smolski, the head football coach over at Newburyport High School, getting ready for the season, which is, right around the corner here, September 6th, first game at Triton. That's a night game, right? Under the lights and all that good stuff. Anything better than Friday night under the lights?
No, nothing.
Pentucket on a Saturday doesn't quite live up to it? Or?
Friday night. But
Friday night.
I love going over to Pentucket. But Friday night's where it's at.
Friday night's where it's at. How much do you still get your guys were telling me that were here last week that even now, they've been played plenty of football games. They know the drill, but even before these games, 4 hours, it's like they're just thinking football and get those kind of good jitters, those nervous jitters, those I'm ready jitters, and it's just kind of funny to see that after all these years of playing games, it's still there for those guys.
Definitely, You
get them as a coach?
Before the game, I always try to just focus, and you still get that. Once you don't get that feeling, then you should get out of the business and not be coaching, or you shouldn't play if you don't get that, because the jitters they're real. Yeah, definitely.
Do you have to, when you've had some young teams here too in your early going, or at least some good young batches? You said how many freshmen are you thinking this year?
We're about 15, I think.
It's a lot of freshmen.
Yeah.
And probably, I'm guessing some of those, if you have that many, probably going to see some time too. Maybe I won't jump the gun on that. But
it all depends on competition and stuff like that. Last year we had a freshman didn't end up starting offensive defensively, but some were second on the depth chart. They got some reps reps on the offensive line, and then special teams. Like special teams is a good opportunity for some of the younger guys to come in and make a difference for the team as well.
Do you ever? Is it easy to tell the kid that maybe you know he's going to play, maybe he's going to be a good player for you, but is being affected by that first game Friday night? Maybe it's a little big. The moment's a little big for him right now. Is that an easy thing to kind of spot, and maybe you got to go say something as the coach?
Well, I mean, we'll get to know the kids in the next 2 weeks and be able to assess that. And
past years, though.
Yeah. Past years. Yeah. You know, you can definitely when you start working with the kids, you get an understanding of them physically, obviously, and then mentally, and how they're gonna go when Friday night comes and the games come. And
then maybe hopefully your captains can take that on too and settle the kid down, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you get a good group of captains, which is always nice. Again, Ben Smolski here, Newburyport High School head football coach. What were the summer hobbies? You mentioned to me off the air. You went away for a little bit. You got some time away from thinking about football, or maybe you're always thinking about football even on vacation. But what'd you do over the summer?
We went to North Conway. My in-laws they always rent a house for the family. So I go with my brother-in-law, my two brother-in-laws. My brother-in-law Tim has 3 girls, so and then we have 2 boys. I think we had 13 people in the house. So it was madness all the time, but Storyland was a good take. Yeah. Doing a lot of hiking. I have to cart the 2-year-old up in the backpack.
Oh, geez.
Swimming, and I had to do some cliff diving too because my in-laws' family's from Rockport, so they jump off quarries all the time.
Oh man!
So we did a little cliff dive.
Nice.
So that was fun.
Is it when you're doing that stuff? Do all these kids in the family? Are they born into Newburyport football? Are they all fans that see some sideline time or what?
They're a little young right now. Yeah. But definitely in the summer I bring Tommy and Timmy. Tommy's a 4-year-old. Timmy's a 2-year-old. They come down where they're running their plyometric camp. Actually, Tommy last week ran all the sprints with Cole Jones, who was great with him. He's a sophomore coming up, and he made me watch him in the stands. So I sat in the stands with a 2-year-old while he was running. So that was fun.
Oh, that is fun. 4 and 2. So when do you find time to sleep? Is that happening these days?
They sleep through the night. So
really,
so knock on wood. The 2-year-old he sleeps for the most part. He's up every now and then. Yeah. But my 4-year-old, sometimes he'll procrastinate before bedtime and come out and ask questions and whatever else, but he goes to bed usually by 8 o'clock if he's pulling the procrastination.
Gotcha. I know your wife was hustling home today too, so you could get over here, so that's always a nice.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Is the wife of a football coach is not always the easiest gig, am I right?
That's correct, definitely.
a lot of long film sessions and all that stuff. What's your wife's name again? I know you mentioned her.
Eileen.
Yeah. Pretty much the kind of your assistant in a lot of ways when it comes to this. Right?
Yeah, I couldn't do it without her because it's a big sacrifice on her end, and it's that's why summertime definitely make up for the lost time with the kids. So I only work like 10 hours a week.
Absolutely.
And spend time with them, and she does a great job, and she can feel the season coming too, and she probably dreads it.
Is it nerve-wracking?
For her,
yeah.
Not nerve-wracking. Yeah. It's just a big change.
Yeah.
We get a lot of help from my mother-in-law. Comes and watches the kids during the week. My stepmother watches the kids on Saturdays when I have Saturday morning practice, because my wife works Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's we never see each other until Thanksgiving, basically.
Oh, does she get nervous in the stands watching the games? Is it like watching a player? I can imagine it kind of is in a lot of ways.
She doesn't make it as much now because where the kids are so young, you can't really keep the 2-year-old out too late.
Yeah.
She's come to a couple games, and yeah, I'm sure she gets a little nervous, but it's I can't wait till the boys get a little bit older so they can come down more often, definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about Newburyport football this year. What are we going to do? Is it ground and pound? I remember you saying last year you kind of have a, it's intricate in its own way, but in general simple. You can want to have a philosophy and you want to play kind of a certain way of football. What's the offense looking like this year? What are you going to see if you come out to a Newburyport game?
I mean, we always look to run the ball, but we're looking to try to be a little bit more balanced this year. But it all depends on how the players are doing and what plays work for us and who's in what position, and that will determine the plays that we run.
You're a ground and pound guy at heart, though.
Definitely offensive lineman, and yeah, I always tell the Coach Callahan to run the ball, and he gets a little frustrated, but
that is
we have fun with each other.
You
so
sound
it's
like
good.
an old school coach in a lot of ways, right? It's
yeah,
it used to be look, come on, let's run the ball and move the clock and win the the battle of the trenches there, right?
Yeah, but we definitely we could definitely do a lot of things offensively with the kids that we have coming in.
Do you feel a spike in football numbers coming back up across? I don't know whether it'll show at Newburyport or maybe across the state, but there was a couple of years there where the numbers were down. I know you had to battle that. I think you had kids playing both ways pretty regularly. That's tough when you have kids playing both sides of the ball and almost every snap.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a community like Newburyport, it's always been like that for the most part.
Yeah.
With the two-way, not that everyone's playing two ways, but there are guys who have to play two ways. I mean, numbers-wise, I think we had 28 5 years ago, and now we have about 40. That's talking sophomores through seniors.
Yeah.
So our numbers have actually gone up. I haven't really looked at numbers across the country per se, and I know in the Cape Ann League as well. I'm sure they're pretty consistent with their numbers.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, of course, there's a million reasons for that. Is the biggest reason? I know the concussion thing was a thing for a while, and some people pointed to that. But is it also just there's so much to do out there? I mean, it seems like there's like a million. There's sports. You got club sports. It just seems like in 2019, I mean, it's not like when I was in high school. You're either playing football, unless you had like kind of one of the other sports as one of your specialties, And if you didn't, if you weren't one of the 9 guys to play golf or 7 guys to play golf, you played football or something. Like it seemed like everybody was just playing football, and it's not quite the case anymore. There's, I don't know, it's just different options, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, you have fall baseball, you have
specialty sports, right?
You have hockey. Hockey's a year-round thing.
Yeah.
So that definitely probably plays a role in it. And I think football's mentally and physically one of the toughest sports that you could play, and you got to be real committed. And I always say, you shouldn't be playing this game if you don't enjoy it, because it is a tough game. But I think there's between those two things and the concussions, there's a lot of things. But I'd say in today's day and age, specializing in sports, that definitely takes people away.
How do you? Does it kind of make you cringe? I don't know. Did you play all sports when you were?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I did football and I did track.
Okay. So. Yeah, so you bounced around a little bit. And track, of course, is beneficial to football, but it does kind of make you cringe a little bit when maybe you see like a really great athlete who you could use, but it's, I'm going to work on baseball all year round. And it's kind of like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say cringe, but, sometimes it's unfortunate because we know that those individuals could definitely help us. But if they don't want to play, then it's not for them. That's understandable. We'll still go talk to them. I mean, if it's a freshman, I'll talk to the freshman in the off season and try to recruit and get some guys out within the school since I teach there. But overall, that's their decision, and we have the guys who we have, and that's our team, that's our family, and we focus on them.
Absolutely. Do you is there any aspect to this season that you look ahead? Maybe you looked at that schedule and circled one game, and or is it just the next game? Maybe it's a Bill Belichick answer, one game at a time. But is there a game that kind of is jumping out at you, saying like that's going to be a tough one this year? That's going to be an exciting one.
I would definitely just look forward to the first scrimmage. We got Saugus, Manchester, Essex, and a tri-scrimmage.
How many scrimmages
we have two. We have a tri-scrimmage with Manchester, Essex, and Saugus, and then we go to Tingsboro the week after that.
Okay.
And then Triton. That's been the battle cry since we met in the off season.
One of the messages going to be for your boys, like there's nothing better than getting an early road win if we can put this one in our back pocket, because I can imagine going in there and stealing one. There'd be nothing more rewarding as a head coach. Right?
Yeah, no, road win, and we just have to say Triton. I think we're good. Yeah. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
Is this you guys had what did you finish 5 and 6?
We were 5 and 6
last year.
Yeah.
Is this a team that, I mean, you guys were in some games last year too that you kind of not necessarily let get away, but maybe a more veteran team, maybe 1 year older for a lot of these guys. Maybe this is a game this year you win. Is there a chance that this Newburyport team could really surprise this Cape Ann League this year?
I think they definitely have the capability. It's just a matter of they got to learn their stuff, execute their X's and O's, ultimate effort. We go effort, attitude, technique. They have to have effort, attitude, and if you do those two things, your technique will improve.
Eat, right?
Eat, yeah.
That's right. Those are the T-shirts.
Yeah. So, That's our focus, just to get better every day. And if they put things together, go week by week, they can definitely do some good things.
You still loving it? Year 3?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's great being back in Newburyport, and I've been here for 5 years, but still, it's a dream job.
You feel that support from the community. They really rally around this team. They always have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had our annual golf tournament. A lot of alumni come there, see them.
You're a golfer?
I golf twice a year.
It's tough with 2 and 4.
It's a golf tournament, and I get away for a weekend with some friends and golf.
Yeah.
But it's more, it's fun, but not good.
That's right. Yeah, and when you have kids 2 and 4 years old, it's kind of tough to get out and play a little golf, right?
Yeah. No, this year with the alumni, we're going to dedicate the season to Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
He passed away earlier in the spring. So Sean Sullivan, I played with him, and I coached his brother Kevin. I think I coached against him too. But we're gonna wear 22 on our helmet
nice.
in memory of him, and we're retiring the number for the year, just to in memory of him. He was a big-time member of the community, Super Bowl winning quarterback, but just all-around great guy. Coached me in youth football, so we're going to dedicate the season to him.
Very nice. And thanks for mentioning that. It's a nice, classy gesture there. Coach Ben Smolski, Newburyport football, and he's nice enough to stop by here, even with his kids running around. It's funny, I called you at home the other day, and I could hear him in the background. So I'll let you get out of here in a moment, but I do want to give you one chance. If people want to come out and see Newburyport football this year, why don't you tell them right now, come on out. It's going to be a good product.
Come on out to see your Newburyport football Clippers. Go after Triton September 6th.
You're not even the home games. You want them on the road, too.
Yep, definitely.
Excellent. And so the first game, Friday, September 6th, Newburyport at Triton. First home game, you get it off the top of your head? Or
It's Ipswich.
Ipswich,
It's
all right.
2 weeks. It goes Triton, Linfield, Ipswich.
Okay.
So the third week of September.
Cool. So there you go. Hopefully you get that first Triton. Coach, we wish you all the best here during the season.
Yep.
And hopefully have a great year with these kids. I already like a lot of your guys, so it should
awesome.
be a fun year. And enjoy the rest of the summer. I know you said it's practically already over after homecoming goes, but
Yeah, no, we'll still we usually go to the beach and have dinner on a Sunday night or a Saturday night, and go to Sandy Point, so that's always fun.
Beautiful. Good for you. A few more days left before it really ramps up, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Big thanks. Coach Ben Smolski here, Newburyport football. Get out and see the boys when they start up in just a couple weeks. Pretty crazy. Keep it here. We'll be right back. More Afternoon Drive. Cody Morissette up next. Cape Ann League ball player playing for Bourne this year, former BC Eagle. So keep it here. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. Big thanks to Coach Ben Smolski, Newburyport Clippers, getting his boys ready for a big football campaign. First game, Friday, September 6th on the road at Triton. So make sure you get out there and support the Newburyport boys. Should be a good game. That's always a good game. Great rivalry there. So big thanks to Coach Ben Smolski. And I guess get out there, too. They have time if you want to jump on the football team, I think. Summer practice is about, you want to get ready just in time for double sessions, right? So if you're thinking about playing, make sure you contact the coach. My next guest, Cody Morissette. Cody, I've never met before. First time on the show. He is a BC Eagle, Bourne Cape Cod League baseball player. So that means he's pretty good baseball player. How are you, Cody?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. You are also, the side note is that you are the nephew of the Newburyport Athletic Director, Kyle Hodson, who we know very well. Great guy.
Yeah, awesome guy. Got my little twin cousins out there.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
very good. First radio show for us here. I've never met you before, but your uncle speaks very highly of you. So you're a New Hampshire guy, right, first of all?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Exeter, New Hampshire. Went to Exeter High School, public school, but a great place to grow up.
Play ball there and play ball in Exeter and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I played all 3 sports, football, basketball, baseball.
Nice.
Parents always wanted me to grow up playing as many sports as possible instead of just focusing on one.
It's funny. We'll get back to that because we just had a conversation about the specialty sports here over with Coach Smolski. But so when did you realize, you know what, I got some baseball game here. I might be able to play at the next level?
Honestly, when I first started playing baseball, I knew I liked it a little better than the rest of them.
Kids, yeah.
And I was pretty good at it at a young age, and I just kind of devoted my life to working as hard as I can to try to play baseball as long as I can.
So where do you play? What position do you play?
I'm a second baseman at Boston College.
Second baseman. All right, up the middle. That's serious stuff, playing second base in the ACC.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. To be able to go in and win a job this year was just a huge honor. Like, I worked hard for it my whole life, and to be able to play every single day was more than I could ask for.
When did you know you wanted BC? Did they recruit you pretty hard, or?
So yeah, they recruited me real hard.
Yeah.
Like when I was a freshman going into my sophomore year of high school.
Oh wow.
So I couldn't even drive a car yet, and they were already recruiting me.
No kidding.
But
it must be pretty flattering.
yeah, it was pretty cool, but it was a lot all at once because I dreamed of going to school down south. Like I really wanted to go down there, like play baseball. Everyone dreams of going south. All the northern kids.
Yeah, it's tough to play ball up here when your season's over. When is it? I mean, it's early, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't start for a while. But
cold days, cold ball.
Yeah, I started looking at schools down there with my dad. He took me on some long road trips.
Yep.
And I just fell in love with it up here when I finally came to BC.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it.
It's a beautiful campus.
Yeah, it was unbelievable the first time I ever visited.
Really.
And I just fell in love with it that day and fell in love with the coaching staff and everything they were about, and that just made my decision that much easier.
Cool. What's the so I mean, you guys got some travel too for BC because I mean it's not exactly well, let's face it, Boston is not exactly the center of the ACC. It's kind of a weird conference breakdown, so you guys are traveling all over the place. Does that ever get to you at all, or do you kind of relish that?
Honestly, it's pretty cool.
Really? Yeah.
Like you get to go down to all these different southern schools. Like we went down to Florida State this year, which was unbelievable. Yeah. Just to be able to you watch Florida State Seminoles, you watch Mike Martin, you watch all of them on TV.
Yeah.
To be able to go down there, compete against them, and play in that stadium, that atmosphere, that was pretty cool. Yeah. But the traveling's a lot at times because we leave Thursday and we're not back till Monday morning at 3 in the morning.
Is it buses?
No, we take airplanes.
All right, so you do get the airplane at least. That's good. That's better than a minor league guy's life, right? Busting around the whole.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bus down to Florida State.
That's true. Florida, that'd be a long train. You guys probably got to get to class too, right?
Exactly. So we're at class at 10 a.m. the next morning. Get 6 hours of sleep. Wake up. Get some breakfast.
So game night at Florida State. You fly back that night, and you're expected to be at class at 10 in the morning?
So say we got a 12 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And we'll probably schedule our flight. We had to schedule the last flight possible.
Yeah.
In case we go into extra innings. So
it's weird things you got to think about, right?
You don't think about this when you're watching the game, but it's what we have to think about. So we won't get back until 2, 3 in the morning, back on campus. And if you got a class the next morning, you got to get up and go.
Wow. Don't schedule those first classes of the day, huh?
No,
man.
No shot.
That's different. Do you guys have any breaks as far as scheduling classes? Do you get to kind of pick a little bit with do they give athletes a little bit of preferential treatment at least, or?
Not really.
Oh, come on.
We're regular students there. Boston College is a lot of school.
Yeah. Well, so. I mean, yeah, you hear that, but geez, all right. So 10 a.m. you got to make class. Good for you guys. No more complaining from any of you college kids come in here and complain about the work. Playing baseball in Florida in class the next day. Study on the plane and all that stuff?
Yeah, so a good story was we were playing in Virginia Tech, big series. This would clinch our ACC tournament berth, and we go down there, and we got a Saturday, Sunday, Monday series going right into finals week.
Wow.
We had finals Tuesday. Yeah. And we were playing a Monday night game on national TV, so we were we got to do this.
Yeah.
And all weekend, we're all typing papers, studying. Every second we're not at the baseball field, we're studying because we got to get back and ace our finals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we study a lot on the road.
Good for you guys. How'd the game go?
We won. We won on TV, yeah.
Nice.
It was great.
Good for you guys. All right, so you grew up in New Hampshire, Exeter, played ball at BC. Born for the Cape Cod League, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty good deal too. That's I was telling you off the air here. I'm a baseball guy, so I always hear all these great things about the Cape Cod League, and I've never actually been to a game, which is pretty bad for a baseball guy. But I hear it's just a great take and a great league to be a part of. How are you enjoying it?
Well, the season ended about a week ago, and it was a pretty amazing experience. Yeah. It's the best baseball you can get at an amateur level. Yeah. Every one of the best college players is here.
Does it mirror college ball pretty much? Or?
Every one of the top college baseball players
so it's up
plays
the level.
in the Cape.
Yeah, so it's almost a higher level.
Yes, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Night in, night out, you're facing every college's best arm that they send here. Yeah. So that was pretty cool, and it's free. Yeah. A bunch of people just come out, support the team. It's a bunch of town people that just love watching baseball. They live for their summers.
They're crazy. I mean, I know some of these movies don't always get it right, but was that movie there with what's his name there about the Cape Cod League?
Summer Catch?
Summer Catch, yeah.
It's not like that.
It's not
completely. It might have been like that back then, but it's not completely like that nowadays.
But they get the general part about the townspeople coming out.
Oh yeah, the townspeople.
That's
every
good.
night.
That's right. So all right, but it's a little different than Summer Catch. Good. I'm glad we cleared that up. Again, talking with Cody Morissette here, baseball player born at the Cape Cod League and a BC Eagle. So what's that? I mean, facing all these great arms, how'd it go? How were the at bats?
I had a little more success in school ball than I had this summer.
Yeah.
Like school ball, like I didn't struggle that often, and I kind of found my way.
Yeah.
But this summer was the first time I really struggled with baseball in my entire life.
Wow.
So going through that was one of the best things that could have happened for me.
That's probably a good thing for you. What are you, 19? You said?
19 years, yeah.
So it's probably that's a long time to go without having any struggles. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it was a great learning experience though, because now when I struggle again, I know how to get through it. I know how to face adversity, and I'm happy to say like I made it through and I turned it into a pretty good summer.
Cool. So and then now the next thing is what? Now Cape Cod, the Agains, which is quick. How long is the whole season?
44 games, about 2 months.
2 months. Wow. So you're playing a lot of ball. Then you are you already back in PC mode now?
Not yet. This is like we go full throttle the whole year, and this is our time to hang out with our families, actually like be a kid, not a college athlete for once. Like just enjoy 2-3 weeks of your time alone.
Gotcha. All right. Are you a Red Sox fan?
Big Red Sox fan.
All right. Sorry about that this year. This is not
struggling.
Well. Oh man, I am too. It's just watching even last night. I dozed off for that game last night, but it's like it just seems like they're finding ways to lose baseball games. I'm sure you've been a part of those teams before, right?
Yeah.
What do you do when you? You seem to be having mostly good baseball experiences, but like when you're on a team that you're finally out of it, or not out of it, but just you're a long shot and you get 2 months left of a season to play. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just you make it about not yourself necessarily, but just try to go up there and grind every at bat, or just I don't know. How do you deal with that when it's not a great season? Things are not going well team wise.
You just gotta grind through it, honestly. Like you can't really control some things in baseball. All you can control is how hard you play. Yeah. And what you do to prepare yourself for the game. Like there's not really like baseball is a weird game. Well, you could hit a slow roller through the gap, and you could hit a line drive right at the center field and you're out. Yeah. Like there's nothing you can do about some parts of baseball. All you can do is play hard and prepare yourself. Yeah,
it's a good way. I always think there's a lot of good life lessons in baseball, right?
Well, yeah, you fail more times than you succeed in it. Yeah. 3 times out of you succeed 3 times out of 10, and you're a Hall of Famer right there.
Again, we're joined here by Cody Morissette, talking about baseball on a Tuesday afternoon in Newburyport. So how long is the break here? How long do you get to be downtime with the family?
I got about a week and 3 days left, and then I'm moving back on campus, and it's full go from there.
Wow. All right. So a very short break.
Yeah.
Is the answer.
Like we'll get a couple weeks without baseball, but lifting at 6 a.m. starts right up as soon as you get on campus. And honestly, this time of year is the biggest time of year if we want to make a run at Omaha next year. Yeah. That's our goal.
You guys, it's funny, BC had never really, maybe I just missed it, but I mean, I was always keeping a little bit of an eye on the college game, and BC was never really didn't seem to be pushing Omaha too much, but now in the ACC, they do seem to be kind of in the conversation. And I remember, I forget what year, maybe it was you guys. Was it last year that you guys were making a run, or 2 years ago? But
it was 2016 where they made it to a super regional.
Super regional, okay.
So and then last year we made it to the ACC semifinals, and we're right on the edge of getting into the tournament.
You win the ACC, you win the automatic bid, right?
But we almost got an automatic bid, but like we were really close last year to turning the corner and actually being a good record team and getting in the tournament. So we're happy. We got a really good group coming back. We got a good group coming in, and we're just happy the seniors like helped us through like our younger years, and now we can go back and compete.
Cool. You get the great experience. This just hit me. I wasn't even thinking about this, but you get the great experience of playing the Red Sox, right, in the spring training?
Not anymore.
Do you guys stop that?
They play with Northeastern now. They didn't want to play 2 games, so they just play Northeastern nowadays.
The no rotating or anything?
No.
Oh, no.
I know.
That doesn't.
I wish we'd play the Red Sox. That'd be fun.
I don't think I'm happy about that. So BC, you guys get the BC nice facilities. I'm trying to picture where the baseball field's like right next to the football stadium, right?
No, we got rid of that place.
You did get rid of that. Okay.
They built a whole.
I'm getting old. See, I used to live right there.
We have a giant new stadium, and we're actually building the next phase to it, over on a different section of campus.
Oh, okay, very good. So they are taking care of you guys then with the amenities. That's nice.
Yeah, it's not really about that though. It's just I just want to play baseball.
Any field you're cool with.
Yeah.
What's it like to? I mean, obviously you guys have to travel a lot, so that's a little bit of a disadvantage, even though it's a cool thing in some ways. But how about those teams do you ever catch wind of Florida State or these teams coming down and just kind of complaining about the trip to Boston? Like, oh man, we gotta leave the 85-degree weather.
Oh yeah, Clemson came up. They came up early in the year, and They were like, we brought every piece of cold gear we were given. they didn't know how to deal with it, but
that is funny.
Every team that comes up is like, does it ever get above 70 degrees here? We're like, no.
Yeah, probably not during baseball season, right?
No, we played most of our games in 40, 45 degree weather.
Wow,
it's awesome though. Yeah, it's why it's fun when we win here.
Yeah, it's got to be an advantage in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah,
catching teams off guard a little bit. I don't know. Eventually you warm up, right? Pros are playing that time of year too. You got to play ball in cold weather. Who's the beast of the ACC right now?
I'd say it's Louisville. Louisville, North Carolina are always up there.
Yeah.
Clemson, like those kind of schools.
Yeah, I remember I was watching. They have a rowdy place too, North Carolina, right? That's a tough place to go in.
Oh yeah, they're all town people there that just come out, and same with Florida State.
So yeah, the same kind of atmosphere. What's it like going into that kind of atmosphere? Because it's like, I mean, you guys must relish that a little bit. As much as you love playing on your home field, it must be cool to go play in front of a packed stadium that's rooting against you. It's nice to shut them up too, right?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Like we went into Florida State this year and took 2 out of 3, and the one game we lost was a walk-off hit, and we dominated that game. So going in there and quieting 6,000 fans was one of the best feelings I've had. It was awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful. What's your playing style like over at second base? You like a, like a Pedroia dirt dog? You more like a Roberto Alomar, a little flash to your game, or what's the?
I like a little bit of everything. Like I think I got a little flash to my game. I hope I do, but I just I play hard. I try to make every single play. And I know I can't be perfect over there, but I try to be.
Was second base always your position, or did you have to kind of learn that for college? Because
I've played all 3 positions, honestly, second, short, and third. Because I grew up wanting to be able to play anywhere.
Did you play short in high school?
Yeah, I played. I played third for my freshman year, second for sophomore, junior, and then I played short my senior.
Gotcha. Because I bet a lot of you guys probably shortstops. When you start talking about, the best athletes, a lot of times that is the shortstop, and so college teams probably have a few of them on the team. You pitch at all, or?
I used to back in high school, but
not gonna happen at the ACC.
No,
level?
these guys can throw it pretty well.
Yeah, who's the toughest guy out there?
The toughest, I wouldn't say there's too many tough guys, but the toughest pitchers I faced this year were soft throwing lefties.
Really? Do you hit lefty?
Yeah, I'm a lefty hitter, so when I see a soft throwing lefty, I'm like, come on. Yeah. I'd rather see 95 from the right side than that. But
I mean, you're facing some guys that are going to see some pro action. Some major league pitchers here.
Yeah,
hopefully you do too. Yeah. But it's as far as pitching is priceless. You start talking about a lefty lefties are always getting shots at the major league level, right?
Oh yeah. So I faced a couple lefties throwing 94, 95 miles per hour this year.
That's automatic. Yeah, that's a ticket in, right?
Yeah.
If you have any sort of a curveball, you can. Well, that's crazy. So I mean, that's a whole different level of, and that's at the college level too. That's not the Cape Cod League.
Both ACC and Cape Cod, those guys can throw it. Yeah, every single one.
What is the? I've never faced one. I've been around baseball my whole life. I've never faced a 95 mile per hour fastball. Explain to me what it's like standing in the box when you're looking at 95.
It gets on you. I can tell you that much. Honestly, for me, it depends how I'm going. If I'm hitting the ball really well, it's honestly not that hard to hit because I'm seeing it come in slowly. When I slow the game down, I can hit pretty much anything. But when you're in a slump, 95 looks unhittable.
Fighting everything.
Yeah, you're fighting it. But the goal is to just stay even keeled and try to get through those good and bad times.
Well, yeah, I mean, is there? You hear different philosophies on this. You can tell when a pro is cheated and sat on a curveball or jumped on a fastball. But do you ever do that? Do you ever have a guy where you're like, this guy's gonna be tough. Let me see earlier in the count. Maybe I can guess curveball and see if I can ambush him.
Sometimes it all I look at tendencies throughout the game.
Yeah.
First time through, I'm just looking for a pitch I can hit. Second time through, if I see he's throwing the same pitch in this count, I'll sit on it, and if I get it, I'll hit it. If not, you just got to take it. Yeah.
Where have you hit in the order?
I started out in the 6 hole this year at BC, and then I moved up to the 2 hole for the second half.
Okay. So they you're like the Rafael Devers of the world. Yeah. Started in the 6, now is he in 2 or 3? I don't even know.
He's hitting the crap out of it though.
He really is. Yeah. He's on fire. Not a lefty like you, but actually same deal as you. Fields. Right.
He's pretty good.
He is. He's gonna be. I can't believe he didn't make the All-Star team. That is it's kind of hilarious actually if you look back on it. But so do you? When you have this time off here, do you miss the game at all? I mean, you're going so strong. I mean, and you definitely get enough baseball in for the year for the normal person. But as you admitted, you were always kind of not the normal person. You loved it more than the next guy. Yeah. So do you miss it even when you're away for it for a week or two?
Yeah, I do. I miss going to the ballpark every day and just being around it. But it's really nice getting some time off and actually like watching the Red Sox on TV.
Yeah.
Like watching Major League Baseball on TV, just sitting on my couch is pretty good. But
do you literally learn stuff when you watch a game? Like,
yeah.
you're trying to like see tendencies, and maybe I can incorporate that into my game or something?
Yeah, like I like looking at some of the hitters' approaches.
Yeah.
And how like a guy goes after a slow roll, or how he sets his feet like on a double play, like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like to look at the little things to the game.
Yeah, me too. See, that's why people whenever I always laugh when people say baseball is too slow, and I understand there are moments of baseball.
It is a slow game, but when you see the little things to it, like you'll appreciate it more.
Yeah, and there's always stuff going on that people don't notice in the game, which I've always loved about it. And it's kind of nice not having a clock. I don't need any more clocks on baseball. There's enough clocks in the world. But again, we're joined here by Cody Morissette. He is a Boston College Eagle, Cape Cod League baseball player from New Hampshire, where he played at Exeter High School ball. We get a lot of high school kids on this show, a lot of baseball players as well. What's your best advice to these? Because we've had some good kids walk through here that have probably had a shot at playing college ball, and whether they make it or not is another story. But what's your best advice to the kid that's playing high school ball? And if you want to go to the next level, don't give up on it.
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of effort. Like, it was really hard to get to where I'm at today. Yeah, I'm saying that now because I've put in a lot of time to the sport. Yeah, and you really just got to work hard. You got to work on the little things, and I can't take no for an answer. You just got to keep going no matter what. Yeah. Was there a time where, maybe, I'm sure you always believed in yourself, but was there a time when maybe somebody was saying he doesn't do this well enough, he's not, maybe he doesn't fit the build for that position, whatever? Was there a time when you were getting a lot of those, hearing all the negatives, and maybe that fuels you a little bit, or? I never really got any negatives, but I was always told I was too skinny, like I wouldn't hit this pitching, this or that, like I wouldn't be able to play in the ACC every day. And I just used all the doubts as motivation for me to take my game to the next level and prove everyone wrong that was saying that stuff. Yeah, and you mentioned how much you love going to the ballpark and all that, and how dedicated you were to your baseball, but you also mentioned that you played 3 sports too in high school, which I think I was just talking with Coach Ben Smolski before you about how he's a football coach who's sometimes looking at those kids that are doing baseball year round going, I could really use that kid as a wide receiver this year, that sort of thing. Would you encourage the 3 sports? Because you don't necessarily have to do it the specialty way, right? 100%. Yeah. 100%. Some of the best athletes that on my baseball team right now were 3-sport athletes. And yeah. Like, I don't know if the name's familiar, but like Sal Frelick from Lexington, Mass, used to Gatorade Football Player of the Year 2 years ago, I want to say. Oh, yeah. Okay. He played 3 sports, and I went into BC, and I played 3 sports in high school. I just feel like the 3 sports teaches little things that baseball can't teach you all in one. Yeah. Like, football taught me, like, grit, how to get through, like, little things, like how to do the same thing every day and stay locked in. Yep. And then basketball, like, really helped me out athletically. Yeah. Like, because I got in shape, I was doing things that helped me in baseball, like little things like that. Yeah, well, there's a great endorsement for playing all the sports. I know your uncle is big on that. Of course, most athletic directors are, I think. But and the other thing is, like, play all of them. Play all your sports. Like, play every sport you can while you can. Yeah. Because, like, in college, you are gonna probably have to choose one. Yeah, you're not playing too much basketball these days. No, like if you're gonna play, like, sports, play them now. Enjoy all the sports while you have them, and enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, I remember having but actually, he pitched at BC. I'm quite older than you, but a buddy of mine pitched at BC, and actually, his story is pretty funny. He was at one of those all-star games, which I'm sure you played in, end of the year thing, and he was not a pitcher. He played shortstop, and just pretty much strictly shortstop. And we were from a town called Danvers over here, and always good. And they just had pitching, and it was so valuable at shortstop that, you didn't really need to throw. And it's, 6 innings done. Coach of the All-Star team says, we need 3 more outs. Anybody want to throw? He volunteers to throw, and strikes out the side on 11 pitches or something. Yeah. And whoever the BC coach was, it might have been the same one, but whoever the coach was at the time, I said, you want to pitch in the ACC? Which I thought was a pretty cool story. Yeah. And stuff like that does happen. But I mean, he wasn't thinking about playing college baseball, certainly not pitching in the ACC. He quite frankly, he was probably thinking more basketball, because he was always a great basketball player. It's nice to have options. It is nice to have options, right? But yeah, it is crazy. It's fun to play all 3 sports, and I think you and your uncle talk about that before. Yeah, we talk about it, and
Because it is so common now, the specialty sport thing.
I don't agree with it.
Kids are doing it all the time.
I think just playing all the sports teaches you like little things.
Yeah.
And I think you need to experience as many sports as possible to become really good at that one sport you want to play.
Yeah. You can be a little blinded if you're just doing the one, I guess. So what's BC's prospects here for the upcoming year? It's crazy to talk upcoming year. Red Sox are still playing their team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy, but we got a really good group coming back. Yeah. And the seniors, like I said earlier, have laid a really good foundation for us. They matured us, as I would say. And we got a good group of freshmen coming in that we're going to try to be leaders too. And we're hopefully going to have a really good fall and come back this spring and make some noise. Are you
building every year? You like a numbers guy? You looking? I don't know. What'd you hit your freshman year?
I hit 320 this year.
Oh, well, okay. We won't look to build too much. That's quite the steady option, the steady numbers. But you hit 320 this year. Like, do you pick like a number in mind? Like, let's try to get to 330. Like, I mean, that's going to ask it a lot, I know. But do you care about that, or are you just trying to build like better at bats, better?
I want to build off of like having better team at bats, if that makes sense. Because if you have better team at bats, you're gonna have better like personal stats.
Sounds like a man who wants to hit leadoff.
Yeah, like I just like our coach really preaches team. Yeah. Team will lead to individual success.
Yep.
So we will focus on our team, and hopefully that'll lead to our individual success going to the draft, our draft years and all that. But our number one goal is to get to Omaha and bring BC there for the first time since I don't even know when. It's been so long.
Very cool. There must be some excitement around the team over there in Chestnut Hill. Did the ACC kind of pump some life into baseball? Because it just seems like you're playing all these great teams. How could you not?
Yeah, it definitely has, and there's a lot of excitement. Yeah. A lot of excitement. We got a really good freshman class coming back, like I said, and we're just really excited to get back on campus to get to work.
Absolutely. I'm still stunned by the fact that you're taking a class at 10 o'clock after a game in down south. But that all being said, do you guys get to enjoy college life at all? I mean, I know at all is the wrong way of phrasing it, but do you get to still be college kids too and kind of let loose and do whatever it is you crazy kids do in 2019?
Yeah, we have a little bit of fun in the fall. That's like our time to, even though we have fall ball, our coach gives us Friday nights and Saturdays all day off so we can enjoy football, tailgating, like all that fun stuff. But it's business other than that. But really, we do get to be college kids at times. There's time periods where we can't be college kids.
I hear it's when you're talking D1, it's a full-time job, really.
It is. Yeah. Because like a normal day is like in the fall you'll get up at 6, being out on the turf, football field 6:30, done lift by 9. Yeah. Breakfast class, 2 or 3 classes, 4-hour practice, and then you're going to study hall.
Man.
So
you ever get drained? I mean, you're a coffee drinker? What is
I don't drink coffee, so I just there you go. I just got to get through it.
Probably a good thing. Yeah. Do you ever get drained though? You love the game. Everybody can see you love the game just by talking to you. But is there ever a moment where D1, it's demanding, it's pressing, it's a lot? You ever just go, you know what, an off day would be really cool today?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
Thank you for the honesty.
I'm going to be honest. Like, baseball can drain you mentally, physically. Like, there are days you don't feel your body. Yeah. And there are days where you feel like you can't focus for even a half inning. Yeah. But those are the days you just got to grind through them because there's going to be many better days in baseball than that.
And that's why it's important to have teammates who can pick you up, right?
Exactly.
In a tight, these guys you hang out with at school, they're your baseball guys, your brothers.
We spend way too much time together.
That's right. It is. That's the one thing about baseball. It's the slow game, the everyday aspect of it. You get to know people.
Yeah, you really do, and it's honestly great because you got 35 best friends at school. Yeah. And most college kids go into college looking for friends. Like, you got to meet new people. Yeah. Like, I went into school and had 35 kids just take me under. Yeah. And there was nothing like that. It's unbelievable.
That is cool. And a beautiful place. You must be loving that, walking around that campus.
Yeah, you kidding me? The $1 million stairs, though, going up to upper campus isn't fun, though. There's like 100 stairs that you have to walk up after lift. You don't want to do that. Yeah. No.
I don't think I'm going to pass on that if you don't mind. I lived right there. I lived in Brighton on well, I don't even know. Everything's moving there. I just thought, do you guys ever hang out at you can't drink, but you could go for a burger. The Greenbrier You know that place?
I haven't been there yet.
So that's on like Washington Street in Brighton, which is I don't even know. College kids probably don't even go out there. You guys get enough to do on campus. But we used to walk over for football games and stuff on Saturdays, and that was actually I was living there during a period when BC football was a little rough, but tickets were easy.
Yeah, it's getting better though.
It is slowly getting better. Yeah, do you support all the athletic teams? Got to support each other.
Yeah. So the thing I like about BC is like every team is right like in the same building, Conti Forum. Like we all have our locker rooms, like share the same training room, except for football. Yeah, football's got their own thing going on. Yeah, but so we get really close with all the other athletes, and
Can the basketball team get going this year?
I hope so.
I'm a big basketball guy. I've
been a season ticket holder since my dad has when I was in 6th grade.
Oh, really?
So we've been waiting for it.
So what year was that? When were you in 6th grade? Who was playing BC ball then? What's the first team like you remember?
Olivier Hanlon.
Okay.
Was the stud then.
Yeah.
And then I remember
that feels like yesterday.
I remember when Jerome Robinson was a freshman. That team was good when he was a junior and Kai was a sophomore. So
you're a youngin'. See, I fell in love with the Jonathan Beerbaum team with Troy Bell and Ryan Sidney. And those guys.
We'd actually been going since Tyler Roach was there.
Oh, okay.
He was a New Hampshire guy. So
gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's a good take. I always think I wish that place would get packed a little bit more. I know it's for some. I guess when you're not winning, it's tough. And I don't know. What did you attribute that to? Why does like BC have it's tough to draw for a college basketball game? Like unless it's Duke and North Carolina.
I think it's just tough sometimes because normally the ACC games they don't get the prime time schedule. They get like the 9 o'clock game and people want to go to bed. They got work the next day, but I think people just like a winning team.
Yeah, it is tough when you're down.
It's Boston.
Yeah,
like if you're not winning, people don't like you in Boston.
Is that how the players look at it too? Because I'm sure they're like, man, I wish just. That was a big game for us, whatever, another 8-8 team or something coming in, and I'm sure they'd like that place to be jumping because they know it's a big game, but it's not Duke and it's not North Carolina, so the place just isn't packed. Is that that can be lame? I'm sure they complain sometimes.
They don't complain normally because they're lucky to be playing ACC basketball and they know that.
True.
Like you're just playing at this level, getting an education at BC. There's nothing more you can ask for.
All right, final thought. You got a bunch of kids getting ready. I know it's not baseball season. You can put your advice there towards the spring, though. What do you tell all these kids that are getting ready for their fall sports as they jump into it? What's the best advice as you get ready for a fall sports season, whole year ahead of you?
Enjoy it, especially those kids that are seniors in high school, going into their senior year. It's going to go by fast.
Oh, man, does it ever.
I feel like I was just going into double sessions with Coach Ball up at Exeter, and here I am sitting doing a radio show with you.
There you go.
And I can't believe everything that's happened, but I would just tell them to enjoy every second of it. If they play 3 sports, enjoy the camaraderie of each team.
Yeah.
And just enjoy your time with your friends because it's really tough keeping up with people once you go away from high school.
And speaking of keeping up with you, I know I read in the Newburyport Daily News, I know your uncle there was big on following you a little bit, got to some games, and you get a lot of family support too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I got that's why I chose BC. That was another factor in it. Like having my family. Yeah. Like an hour and a half away, they come to everything, and they've been my biggest supporters, and I really don't know where I'd be without them.
Very cool. Yeah. Real quickly, rapid fire, 30 seconds, favorite ball player?
Joe Panic.
Wow. Oh, didn't see that one coming. Giants. Right. Okay. Yeah. Why?
I grew up watching him when my cousin played at St. John's over in New York, so he was there, and I loved him. I love watching him play.
Local deal there. Okay. Favorite sport to watch other than baseball?
Basketball.
College or pro?
College.
Favorite TV show?
Really into 90210 right now.
Really?
The old one, yeah.
Okay. There was a big controversy here because so there was like a tornado warning in the area, and they had to miss the first 5 minutes. Yeah, it was bad. Favorite movie?
Field of Dreams.
Ooh, okay. Somebody said the other day that was overrated in our newsroom. I got very angry. Very upset. It's a fantastic movie. Watch it, kids, if you haven't seen it. I like Major League, too. Most of the high schoolers that come in, even the baseball players, never seen Major League.
Major League's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. They're like, I don't know. Yeah, never seen it. I'm like, Wild Thing? Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, they have to watch that.
Yeah, that's just showing like my age, and I guess your age, too. God, 19. These kids, whatever, 15, whatever. All right, final question. Favorite food?
Ooh. Gonna have to say I like steak, rice, and corn. That meal. That's my meal right there.
Baseball player's diet right there. Very good. Cody Morissette, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much.
Enjoyed it. Big thanks to Ben Smolski as well. My name's Drew Moholland for Tyler Neufeld. We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye now.